Many people feel exhausted at work, not because the job is hard, but because they feel constantly misunderstood. Their boss doesn't get them, their coworkers don't get them. Sometimes even their partner at home doesn't get them. But most of this not being understood doesn't come from bad intentions. It comes from a simpler, less dramatic truth. You don't fully understand yourself yet, and no one ever taught you that this is a skill. Think about how people use technology. Give someone a powerful device without a manual, and they'll use it incorrectly, complain that it's badly designed, and blame the manufacturer. Not because the device is broken, but because they never learned how it actually works. Your mind works the same way. If you don't observe yourself long enough and honestly enough, you'll end up using yourself in the wrong settings, at the wrong speed, under the wrong pressure, and then conclude that the environment is toxic, people are insensitive, and life is unfair. When in reality, the missing piece is much more uncomfortable. You don't clearly know what kind of system you are. Do you shut down or become sharper under pressure? Do you recharge in silence or through stimulation? Do you think best alone or through discussion? Do you respond well to direct feedback, or do you need time to process before reacting? Do you learn faster by experimenting, watching, or structuring everything first? These details sound small. They are not. Without them, you are constantly operating with a sense that something is off, but you can't explain why. And here's where people usually get it wrong. Self-definition is not sitting down and writing 10 adjectives about yourself like a dating profile. It's a behavioral skill. It means watching how you actually function across real situations and extracting patterns from that data. For example, you notice that after large group meetings, your energy crashes, so you stop scheduling deep work right after them. You realize that when you work independently, your decisions are faster and more creative, so you seek roles with real autonomy. You see that direct criticism hits you harder than you expected, so instead of avoiding feedback, you practice responding without emotional collapse. None of these traits are flaws, they're operating conditions. There is no correct personal operating system, but not knowing yours almost guarantees one of three outcomes. You choose the wrong environment, you misread other people's reactions, you try very hard in exactly the wrong direction. Worse, you secretly expect others to just understand a version of you that you can't even clearly describe, and then feel disappointed when they fail. Ask yourself, if you can't define how you work, why should your boss magically guess it? If you're unclear about your emotional limits, how are your teammates supposed to avoid crossing them? If you don't know what work style suits you, how could any company place you correctly? Now here's the good news. When you develop the skill of self-definition, extremely practical things become possible. You choose roles more accurately, you manage your energy instead of constantly fighting it, you communicate clearly instead of emotionally. You can say things like, I work best between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., or I give better responses if I have an hour or two to think, or I'm more effective with written feedback than surprise conversations. At that point, you're not being demanding, you're providing usable information. Someone who knows how to define themselves doesn't need others to pity them, guess their feelings, or read them from the eyes. They come with instructions. Like a high-end device with a clear manual, here are the limits, here are the strengths, here's how I function at my best. And once that happens, relationships stop depending on emotional guessing and start running on understanding. Because in the end, people can only work well with you when you know how to operate yourself.